Going the distance with local sports. Covering the Loretto Mustangs, Summertown Eagles, and Lawrence County Wildcats. Basketball, football, baseball, and more. This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome everybody back here to Summertown High School, the site for tonight's Class 2A Region 5 semifinal between the visiting Lady Cubs of Cheatham County and the home squad, the Lady Eagles of Summertown. This is A.J. Good, joined by Cody Harrington for tonight's game. A quick look at both sides. Cheatham County coming in at 19-5 overall. Their head coach is Jacinda Garrett. On the other side, Summertown 33-9 overall. Head coach is Greg Burleson. Quick look at the starting lineup, starting first with the Lady Cubs. Leading off in center field, Macy Harder. Batting second at shortstop, Gracie Bell Weekly. Batting third in left field, Kaylee Proctor. Batting fourth in right field, Kelsey Titus. Batting fifth and pitching, Caitlin Cisco. Batting sixth, the designated player, Georgia Hunter. Batting seventh and catching, Mallory Drybala. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Mila Harder. And rounding up the lineup and batting ninth at third base, Sydney Crouch. The other side for Summertown, leading off at short, Erica Abbott. Batting second in center field, Mackenzie Reynolds. Batting third and pitching, Hannah Lindsay. Batting fourth at first base, Hannah Burleson. Batting fifth at second base, Reagan Burleson. Batting sixth at third base, Hannah Jones. Batting seventh, the catcher, Greenlee Taylor. Batting eighth in right field, Caitlin Gillum. And rounding out the lineup in left field will be Chelsea Atkinson. And Cody, obviously a big game here tonight. Win this one, you guarantee yourself 2 more games, including a shot in the sub-state. But obviously, you want to win this one if you're Summertown. Come right back here again on Wednesday night.
Yeah, absolutely. We're coming off a chaotic week last week, and so looking to play some good ball today. And, pressure's on. Talk about the obvious here. Winner goes on and loser goes home. So
first pitch here to Harder is on the inside corner for strike one. Chaotic? I didn't notice.
Yeah, you didn't hear about that, did you?
Yeah, no, I went into hibernation after that one. Here comes the 0-1. That one is fouled back off the net for strike two.
Now this is huge for Lindsay to get off a hot start right here, because this girl right here in the box has got a hot stick from what I've gathered the last couple days from scouting reports.
I believe she is going to Middle Tennessee State. A ground ball over to Abbott at short. Quick throw over to first. That one is in time for the first out of the inning.
That's huge right there.
Brings up Gracie Bell Weekly, the shortstop, 2-hole hitter. Remember this team from last year when Loretto made the road trip out to Cheatham County. So they are starting to become pretty familiar with the teams here in southern Middle Tennessee. First pitch here from Lindsay. Another ground ball right back at her. And a quick throw over to Anna Burleson at first. Now it'll be the second out of the inning. So just 4 pitches in, we got 2 gone. Brings up the left fielder and Kaylee Proctor.
Something we always talk about, AJ, is the wind is something I look at, and it is blowing right back at home plate. So it gives you a little bit more freedom to be able to work that rise ball up, not be so scared about it riding out.
It's perfect if you're a ground ball pitcher like Hannah is.
Yep.
And
yeah.
I've noticed when she gets going,
that drop ball is what she loves to work. So,
and when she gets going, you get a lot of ground balls, which
Yep.
is very good.
Yep.
First pitch misses for a ball. Here's the 1-0. This one is tapped foul for strike one. We've had storms threatening in the area all day over my house in Lawrenceburg. A lot of passing showers. And it looks like for the rest of the evening, at least according to Fred Gossage at Tennessee Valley Weather, we should be clear. Comes a 1-1. Misses a bit low for ball 2. That's unless Hurricane Luna comes through. But
Heard that.
Hurricane Luna already took out Loretto Soccer for tonight. That game got pushed to tomorrow. We'll have coverage of that on the X Sports Network. Here comes a 2-1 from Lindsay. Fastball on the outside corner for strike two.
Yeah, they pulled the tarp about 1 o'clock, 12:30, and pulled it off, and field looked great. So
The 2-2 misses just a bit away. First full count here. 3-2 to Proctor. 2 out, nobody on here in the top of the first. Game actually got started a couple minutes early. Here's a full count. This one is fouled onto the road. Count will stay full with 3 balls and 2 strikes. Loretto, the other semifinal, is on the road at Fairview tonight. That game will get going in about half an hour. From what we know, it should start on time. Another full count. That one is tapped off of the umpire.
They did a little dance move back here for it.
That's what our young kids do right there, Cody,
Yeah.
when they lose their balance a bit. You know, they flail, do the whole thing.
The whole windmill move.
It's always a horrible sound when you're in the other room. You hear boom. But they just crawl around like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, they bounce back way quicker than we can.
Comes a full count offering. This one is lined into right field. Quick throw over here to first. Not going to be in time, so a 2-out single here by Kaylee Proctor brings up the cleanup hitter on the right fielder, and Kelsey Titus.
Now to bat number
Lady Cubs
22,
wearing their
Josie
black
White.
uniforms, maroon numerals. Summertown, their white uniforms with blue pinstripes. As a diehard Cubs fan, I always like any team that wears white uniforms with blue pinstripes.
They were excited about these uniforms this year, so good to see them rocking them today.
First pitch misses away for ball one. Your normal co-host, Adam Lindsay, is in center field, starting his pacing.
He's already paced over here behind
I
the
see him.
dugout.
Okay.
Good spot.
Next pitch misses low for ball two.
His nerves are all over the place, which I don't really blame him
I
on.
don't blame him either. Probably be me, or probably be both of us
Yeah,
at some point.
well, mine are already rattled a little bit. So
Here's a 2-0, and that one's in there for strike one.
yeah, I didn't know what to do the other night when the three of you guys were calling the Loretta game. That was the first game I got to spectate this year, and
Next pitch swung on a miss, and she just goes in the middle of the bag, and
Yeah.
she's going to be thrown out. A very strange way to end the top of the first inning. So Summertown will come up here in the bottom half of the inning. It's coming up next on the Exports Network.
Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit SouthernCraftMFG.com.
And back here at Summertown, this Class 2A Region 5 semifinal. We go to the bottom of the first here. No out, no score here between Cheatham County and Summertown. Due up the top of the order here for the Lady Eagles, Eric Abbott, Kinsey Reynolds, and Hannah Lindsay. And this is a group, Cody, has probably been the most consistent all season long here for Summertown. You know what to expect out of those first three.
yeah, I will say, as controversial as it was last week, for these three right here to hit and get on and find a way with 2 outs, because Loretto was right there for the 3rd out, and so I'm super excited to see them hit today and swing the bats, and you've got 2 out of 3 seniors in the top 3, and I know they've got on their mind that this possibly could be it, and they're not ready to be done. So I'm looking for Eureka, as we call her around here, a boat, to step up right here, get us started with a leadoff hit.
And kind of the last couple of weeks of the regular season, they had kind of sputtered out of the gate a bit. They need a better, quick offensive start here tonight.
Yeah, traditionally we're a slower starting team, and I know as a coach that has to be frustrating, and so maybe he got the jumper cables out and fired them up for the game.
First pitch here, Caitlin Cisco, the opposing pitcher. That one's in there for strike one here to Eric Abbott. Abbott can pretty much do it all. She can slap it for an infield single, and she can hit one over the fence as well.
Now this is very interesting.
That one's going to be fouled away for strike two.
AJ, the left and center fielder are way up.
Yeah.
Way up.
And right field is playing towards the gap off on the left side of the scoreboard.
Yeah, I'm confused about this.
And she sends that one, and that one's going to get by her. Abbott rounding first. She'll have the second, and she'll hold up there. It's a single plus an error, and now a runner in scoring position with nobody gone here in the bottom of the first.
There's that senior leadership quality right there that she's got to keep going throughout the rest of the season for sure.
When you literally right when you mentioned she's playing up and she hits a rocket right at her. And
I thought she had played it right.
yeah. I did too. My initial thought was that one was going to go right into
that
her
ball,
chest.
but you saw when it hit, it spun dead left. That thing had so much spin on it.
First pitch here to Reynolds is going to miss high. Reynolds, who had a huge 2-run homer against Giles County in the district tournament, help prepare them to the district championship. Also had a couple big hits in that district championship series against Loretto as well. First baseman here for the Lady Cubs gets some sunglasses. Her and the third baseman playing really far in here against Reynolds. Fakes a bunt. Abbott's going to take off for third, and she's in there. That pitch was called a strike. Stolen base there from Abbott. First one from either side in the game. 1-1 the count here. First run, a few feet away here for the Lady Eagles. Cisco takes a look in at the dugout. Comes a 1-1. That one misses high. The rise ball for ball 2.
AJ, I don't know how much you've got to watch, but something that we'll always talk when Summertown's playing is we have a habit of sometimes wanting to chase that rise ball. And really quickly, I can already tell that's what this girl throws a lot.
Next pitch, rise ball, check swing, and she didn't go, so it'll be 3-1. I have noticed that a little bit, especially in that Loretto series, that especially when it's hard to lay off of.
Yeah.
I can understand from that perspective.
Well, especially when the wind is blowing out, you're thinking to yourself, if I can just put, bat to the ball.
Speaking of, as Reynolds fouls that one away, and the count goes full with 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wind isn't really that strong out here today. I don't think it's going to be much of a factor. Sun has come out here at Summertown. Outfield, left and right playing normal, and center field a little bit. Center field playing in a little bit. Here's a full count offering. This one is hit high and out of play and onto the road, and Reynolds will stay alive here with a full count.
Yeah, she swung at ball 4 a few times already right here. I like the aggressiveness, though. I will always take aggressiveness.
Another full count, and Reynolds pops this one up, and Drabala, the catcher, made a good effort, just couldn't get that one. So Reynolds gets a break there and will stay alive with a full count. Cisco gets a sign from the dugout. It comes another full count offering. Send in the left field.
Burner.
And
Burner.
that one's going to fall in. That's off her glove. Abbott will score. Reynolds on her way to second. An RBI double. And the Lady Eagles lead this one early 1-0. So a single off an error, a stolen base, and then a double. And the Lady Eagles, 2 batters in, lead this one early 1-0.
So Cheatham County right here is going ahead and shifting their left fielder with a right fielder. So they have flip-flopped because that's 2 balls I feel like they think they should have caught, which I would probably agree.
Brings up the opposing pitcher and Hannah Lindsay. First pitch here. And a rise ball she lays off of for ball 1. Noticed here already a lot of, I guess it's the reputation of Summertown. You see these corner infield playing right on top of the lines and also about 5 feet up in front of the bag. Comes a 1-0. Another rise ball misses away for ball 2. 2-0 the count here, the 3-0 hitter. Adam has made his way about behind us. Here's a 2-0. That one is fouled off the net for strike 1. Lady Eagles win this one. They'll be back here on Wednesday for the Loretto Fairview winner. That one might be in a delay. We're hearing storms are starting in Fairview right now. Here's a 2-1. Lindsay Fouls that one back for strike two as the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Did we lose our GoPro? It's just shifted a little bit. Shifted. I'll fix it in the break. If there's anything I figured out, it's how to fix a GoPro this year, AJ.
Cody is not only a good color analyst, he's also a good photographer with a GoPro. Next pitch, a rise
right
ball.
there, kid.
And a miss just above the belt, and the count will go full with 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count here, the 3-hole hitter for the Lady Eagles. Runner on second already, 1 run scored in this one. Full count offering from Cisco. And Lindsay crushes this one deep left field. This one's got a chance. See ya. It's gone. And Lindsay has to go back and touch first base. A 2-run homer, and it's all Lady Eagles early in this one. They lead it 3-0. She got a steady diet of rise balls and full count fastball and crushed it to left.
She got really excited and missed first base.
Yeah, we've all been there before. Even Ball Dog's excited for that as he's come right in front of us here.
I heard that.
He has a ball to go chase now.
Yeah, we were talking about that. He doesn't want the balls. He won't touch them. He just enjoys the chase. Yeah.
Enjoys the chase. You know, I had a Jack Russell Terrier that was the same way. Now I got a Italian Greyhound that doesn't want to play with anything above the size of like a golf ball.
Heard that.
Anna Burleson due up now. First pitch, a rise ball, misses high and in for ball 1.
Real quick, talking about being disciplined on that rise ball, Hannah battled off a couple, fouled off a couple high, but then they threw that changeup in there. It looked like a changeup. The velocity was way down. She just sat back on it and drove it. So I think that's going to be the storyline is if we can be disciplined, stay off the high balls, she's going to throw something in there for us to hit.
1-1 the count now to Burleson. Second pitch was a rise ball at the belt. Next one, another rise ball, misses high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike here, the cleanup hitter. It's a 3-0 Summertown lead. Nobody gone here. First 3 batters have gotten hits and have all scored. Here's a 2-1. This is away for ball 3. Same defensive alignment here for Cheatham County with the corner infield playing a few feet in, and outfield is playing normal. Left and right is guarding the lines pretty extensively. Here's the 3-1. That one's in there for strike 2. Might have been a pretty good pitch they hit there.
Yeah, that was the one we're looking for.
Cisco takes a look in at the dugout for the sign. Here comes a full count offering. This is high for ball 4.
Good at bat, good at bat.
A walk from Burleson. Now going to bring up the second baseman in Reagan Burleson. Here with 1 on, nobody out, a 3-0 Summertown lead.
Talking about a kid who's came on hot here lately. Reagan has been seeing the ball well, just driving. I mean, she's not doing anything crazy or anything special, just hitting the ball hard to the grass, and every now and then she'll catch it up. And what game was that, Will, that she hit that one over?
Loretta.
Yeah. At Forest, yeah. That was the one I wasn't there for.
First pitch is in there for a strike. Also notice here some of these Summertown hitters right at the top of the box. This one is sent up the middle. Cisco makes a play. We'll throw over to first, and that will be the first out of the inning.
A little hit and run action.
Runner did advance to second, so Anna Burleson at second. Now brings up the third baseman in Hannah Jones. Runner on second, 1 gone. Jones here for her first time against Cisco. Cisco's been very busy, 25 pitches already in this inning.
That was the other scouting report. I kind of knew who was going to pitch, and they said you need to get ahead early on this girl. She's a real good pitcher, really consistent, but if you get up on her, she gets a little shaky. I know definitely like I would.
1-0's the count here. Next pitch to Jones. This one's grounded up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit.
That'll score Anna for sure.
Anna Rounds, first throw is offline. She will score. Jones into second base, and the Lady Eagles lead this one 4-0.
That's a good piece of hitting right there by Hannah. Atta girl.
So 4 runs off 4 hits already in the inning. Brings up Greenlee Taylor up with 1 on. And 1 out, runner on second.
Your catcher, number 15,
so the first 6 batters, we have seen 4 hits and a walk. Taylor due up now, has plenty of pop here at the 7-hole. First pitch is at the belt for strike one. Wind now kind of blowing out the left a bit. Comes the 0-1. That one's in the dirt for ball one.
Yeah, that sun, sun is welcome to come back out. It was dark and gloomy all day.
It's a good sight to see. It was definitely dark and gloomy just about everywhere here today. Here's a 1-1. Swung on a miss for strike two. 1-2 the count here to Taylor. Got the red hot Caitlin Gillum waiting on deck. One thing that's been a good difference here for Summertown is how well the bottom of the order has been hitting here lately. Next pitch is in the dirt for ball two.
Goes Hannah.
Jones is going to make her way here to third. Now another runner just a few feet away from run number 5.
Anything in the outfield, you got to think Hannah's going to be scoring right here.
Cisco with the sign from the dugout. Comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike three, and that will be the second out of the inning. Brings up the 8-hole hitter and Caitlin Gillum, the right fielder, here for her first time against Cisco.
Now to bat, your right fielder, number 3, Caitlin Gillum.
Cisco with the sign from the dugout. First pitch, that's a rise ball, misses high and away for ball one.
Yeah, talking about the bottom half of the lineup, I mean, that's why we're winning ball games, I think, in my opinion. It keeps the rhythm going, keeps inning going. Just got to be disciplined on that rise ball tonight.
Next one, another rise ball, misses high and in for ball two. 2-0 the count here to Gillum. He's very instrumental in those pair of wins against Loretto last week. Next pitch, that's a fastball in there for strike one. Great crowd, really starting to trickle in. Wasn't that way at the start, but now looking at the stands, a pretty decent crowd. Some Cheatham County fans out here as well. It's a 2-1. Swing and a miss for strike two. You can certainly see in that scouting report here, Cody, why they said you got to get to her early.
Yep.
She's got a lot of good stuff.
She keeps waving off a lot of pitches, and so I'm wondering if it's the same pitch she's waving off.
The 2-2, this one's hit high in the air. Proctor in left camping underneath it. Makes a catch, and that one will end the inning. Now before Summertown adds 4. The bottom of the first inning, they lead this one 4-0 as we go to the top of the second here on the X Sports Network.
Tennessee Flight Training. We are training the next generation of pilots. Come and see why Tennessee Flight Training is the best way to learn to fly. Tennessee Flight Training. The skies are calling.
And back here at Summertown, this Class 2A Region 5 semifinal. Summertown leading Cheatham County 4-0. Let's go to the top of the second. 4-5-6 due up here for the Lady Cubs. Kelsey Titus followed by Caitlin Cisco and the designated player in Georgia Hunter. Titus, who was left in the batter's box in the previous inning after Proctor, I don't know really how to describe that, kind of awkwardly just walked in the base paths, got caught in the rundown and thrown out.
Brain malfunction is what I'd call it.
That was pretty odd. So Titus up here for the first time against Hannah Lindsay in the first inning. Gave up a hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts through 16 pitches. First one here to Titus, misses away for ball one. So Summertown got some off to a great start with 4 here in the bottom of the first. Second pitch, the 1-0, and that one's tapped foul for strike one.
Yeah, this is new life for Titus because if I'm not mistaken, she was down 1-2, 0-2, something like that at her last attempt at a bat. So she gets a new life right here.
Here's a 1-1.
Good
That
pitch.
one's on the outside corner for strike 2. Hannah certainly likes to work down. You don't see a lot of things left at the belt.
No.
I'm sure her dad will tell you if she does, it normally ends up over the fence.
Yep, Adam makes sure she remembers.
And that one is fouled away. Count will stay at 1 balls and 2 strikes. But if she gets that drop ball going, see a lot of ground balls, and that's, especially if it's as good as his defense can be, a good sign. There's a 1-2. This is a bit away for ball 2.
Yeah, she likes throwing that curveball quite a bit. When we're practicing and I'm catching her, that is my least favorite pitch to try to catch. Because if it gets down, AJ, it's down.
Here's a 2-2. And that one's in the dirt. And it's 3-2.
It's 3-2.
Yeah. Home plate umpire telling her to come back home. She just got a bit lost there. She'll come back over. That's happened to everybody at some point in time. Everyone loses track of the count or loses how many outs they have in the game. Full count now here to Titus. Next pitch here from Lindsay. Ground ball over to Abbott at short. The throw over to Anna Burleson at first
Nice.
is in time, and that will be the first out of the inning. One gone here in the top of the second brings up the 5-hole hitter and the opposing pitcher in Caitlin Cisco.
You know, I don't know if there's any truth to it, but for me,
Now to
a
bat,
situation like
number
that
5,
where you
Caitlin
get a new
Cisco.
life at bat and then you get a walk or what you think is a walk and you have to come back and try to rebound mentally, for me, that can be difficult.
First pitch, rise ball, swung on a miss by Cisco. It's like hitting a home run, but foul.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you can't really recover from that. Here comes the 0-1. And that's a drop ball in the dirt for ball 1. Especially when you know you're facing a good pitcher and you think you helped out the inning. Here was starting off with a leadoff walk.
Yep.
Here's a 1-1. This one's hit high in the air, deep center
That's
field.
hit well.
Runnels back on it at the wall, and that one's gone. A 1-out homer here from Caitlin Cisco, and the Lady Cubs have cut the lead here to 4-1. She put a really good charge into that ball.
Yeah,
Just
that was hit well and just right down the middle pitch. So
only question is whether or not Runnels is able to have a chance to make a play on it, and was just out of her reach.
she was right there.
Now to
She
bat,
tracked it
number
well.
24, Georgia Hunter.
Brings up the designated player in Georgia Hunter. That was the second hit issued by Lindsay in this game. Another right-handed hitter in the lineup. First pitch, that one's in there for strike 1. Comes the 0-1 from Lindsay. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
You know, I'm never super excited when the opposing team hits a home run, but if they're going to hit one, that's the time to hit it. Where there's nobody on base, solo's not going to kill you.
0-2, that one misses away for ball 1. Solo home runs are a little bit easier to get over than giving up a home run's never an easy feeling, but
Yeah.
rather it be with the bases empty. The 1-2 swung on a miss for strike 3, second out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for Lindsay now brings up the 7-0 hitter and the catcher, Mallory Drabala. So far, we've been able to say her name correctly.
I was about to say, good
Now
job,
to bat,
AJ.
Number 11, Mallory.
Her coach was
Very adamant.
very
which
adamant about getting it.
Which I don't blame her.
that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
don't blame her. Yeah. First pitch here from Lindsay. That's a rise ball, misses a little bit high for ball 1. Now our PA announcer, I think he purposely missed that syllable in announcing her name in the pregame introductions. Here's a 1-0. Misses low for ball 2.
I always tell kids when I sub at the high school before I call roll, I'm like, listen, don't be upset at me. Your parents, this is on them. Like if I mispronounce this.
Comes a 2-0. That one's on the outside
Pitch.
corner for strike 1. Calling 2 seasons of minor league hockey in my college days has
Oh, yeah.
prepared me for
Heard that.
a lot of different things. Because, you know, none of those guys have Smith in their name. Ground ball right back to Lindsay. Tossed over to Burleson at first, and that one will end the inning. A Caitlin Cisco solo homer to dead center. It's got the Summertown lead to 4-1 as we go to the bottom of the second inning here next on the Exports Network.
Are you looking for the perfect refrigerator? What about a new stove or washer or dryer? It only makes sense to shop at the one place that specializes in appliances, top to bottom, big or small. And that's Kelly Appliance in Lawrenceburg. Kelly Appliance is home to all major name brands, including LG. LG makes life good with a full selection of refrigerators, cooking appliances, dishwashers, microwaves, and more, including appliances made right here in Tennessee. Family owned and family operated. Stop by Kelly Appliance on Jerry Street in Lawrenceburg today.
Back here at Summertown, this Class 2A Region 5 semifinals. We go to the bottom of the second. Summertown leading Cheatham County 4-1. Due up here for the Lady Eagles will be 9-1-2. Chelsea Atkinson, Eric Abbott, and Mackenzie Reynolds. Caitlin Cisco on for her second inning of work. In the first, she gave up 4 runs off 4 hits, a walk, a strikeout, and finished with 37 pitches. And Cody, no better way to start off this game for offense that have been struggling a bit. They come right out of the gate. Bunch of extra base hits, a home run, and put themselves in a good spot.
Yeah, I was kind of joking about Coach Greg using the jumper cables, but hey, if it works, AJ.
Yeah, whatever gets you to the next round,
You
where
just
you're
got to roll with it.
where you're guaranteed 2 games.
That is the start that we have been looking for all year. And Will, I don't know if we've had that start. Hardly. Maybe a couple times, but it's good to see when we need it.
Chelsea Atkinson, the left-handed hitting left fielder, lead things off. She came on strong last Wednesday in those games against Loretto. First pitch misses high and in for ball 1. Delivered that go-ahead 2-out bases-loaded single that scored 2.
Yeah, this young lady right here has earned her spot. She has been hitting the ball well, fielding well. Good to see her coming on strong.
Next pitch, a rise ball, misses high and away for ball 2. 2-0 the count here, the 9-hole hitter. Almost like a second leadoff at this spot. Comes a 2-0. That one's in there for strike 1. Home plate umpire likes that low and away strike there, but as long as he's consistent with it, that's all that matters. And he has been. Every ball that's been there has been called a strike. Here's a 2-1. Misses away for ball 3. Hitters count here for Atkinson.
And on the other side, he does not like the high and away.
As long as you're consistent, that's all we can ask.
Yep.
Hitters count here for Atkinson. Cisco with the sign and goes to work. That one's in there for strike 2.
Here we go 1-4.
Atkinson shakes it off a bit, and she'll step back in. Full count here. Cisco saw a lot of those in the first inning. Another full count offering. This one is lined right back at Cisco, gets a glove on it, throws over to first in time for the first out of the inning. 1 gone here in the bottom of the second. We go back to the top of the order here with Eric Abbott. A single in the left, a stolen base, and a run scored in her first at bat in the previous inning.
Chelsea right there, just hitting it hard, just
Now to bat.
right back at her.
Number 23.
Sometimes that brick wall is right in front of you.
Yep.
First pitch here to Abbott. That one's in there for strike 1. Abbott really stung that ball in the left and changed up their defensive lineman a little bit. Center field and is playing normal now. Right field kind of hugging the line, but left field is playing really shallow. It's the 0-1. That one's in the dirt for ball 1. Abbott, who signed her letter of intent to play at Vol State next spring.
I saw that. That's huge. That's both seniors, her and Hannah G, going to continue to play, which is all it's about.
This one hit high in the air in the infield, and making the catch is a shortstop and Weekly, and that will be the second out of the inning. Brings up the 2-0 hitter and Mackenzie Reynolds. Double down the left field line with an RBI, and she eventually scored a run. Her first at bat in the bottom of the first.
Now to bat.
Facing off
Your
here with
center
Cisco for
fielder,
the second
number
time.
2, Mackenzie
Ray Reynolds has been playing this season. She might be the next one to sign her NIL next year.
Yes. If that is something she's wanting to do, I'm sure there's a spot somewhere for her.
First pitch here to Reynolds. A rise ball misses high for ball 1. In a rain delay over in Fairview, but looks like that game will get started sometime soon. Next pitch. That one misses away for ball 2. So probably about a 6:30, maybe earlier start there for Loretto and Fairview. Winner of that will face the winner of this on Wednesday. Comes a 2-0. This is away for ball 3.
You know, I was saying earlier, AJ, that I love us being aggressive, but just 2 innings, I would like her to throw some more pitches. You know what I mean? Yeah. Make her pitch, make her throw you some strikes.
Here's a 3-0. That one's on the outside corner for strike 1. They did work a lot of full counts in that first inning.
Yep. And got what you wanted.
Yeah.
You know, they were very disciplined. So, and Chelsea took it to a 3-2 count. So
comes a 3-1. This one is tapped right back to Cisco. She'll throw over to first in time, and that one will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Eagles here in the bottom of the second. We go to the top of the third, a 4-1 Summertown lead. That's next on the X Sports Network.
Great food is just a short drive to Heine's Barbecue in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Heine in town when you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Heine Shine lemonade and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Heine sauces, snacks, and more. Heine's Barbecue, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg. Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8222.
And back here at Summertown, this Class 2A Region 5 semifinal. We go to the top of the third. Summertown leading Cheatham County 4-1. 891 due up here for the Lady Cubs. Mila Harder, followed by Sydney Crouch and Macy Harder. Hannah Lindsay on for her third inning of work through 2. Has given up a run off 2 hits, a walk, a strikeout through 34 pitches. Harder, the left-hander. Lindsay shakes off Taylor behind the plate. Here's the first pitch. That one's in there for strike 1. I've seen a decent amount of left-handers in this Lady Cub lineup. Not as much as the Summertown lineup, but a decent amount. Here's the 0-1. That's a bunt that will trickle down the third base line and foul for strike 2. Oh, and 2 the count here, the 8-hole hitter for the Lady Cubs. Comes the 0-2. And a rise ball misses high for ball 1.
Held on to that one a little too long.
Just trying to get that PBA finish, you know.
Heard that. No, when you got 0-2, you can throw a couple pitches off the plate. Try to get them to chase.
1-2.
That was a beautiful right there.
Just misses away for ball 2. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lindsay threw 16 in the first, 18 in the second. Comes a 2-2. A ground ball over to Reagan Burleson at second. Throws over to Anna at first in time for the first out of the inning. Another ground ball, another out. 1 gone here in the top of the third will bring up the 9-hole hitter. Right-handed hitting third baseman and Sydney Crouch. The dangerous Macy Harder waiting on deck. Comes a first pitch from Lindsay. That one's in there for strike 1.
Tack in now. Come on. You got to move it.
Comes the 0-1 from Lindsay. Misses low for ball 1. 1-1 the count here to Crouch. Not much wind, but it's enough to feel really comfortable out here right now. Next pitch misses low for ball 2.
Trying to stay down with it. I don't know.
9-hole, kid, 9-hole. No free passes.
Just bring it up right here. This is a one you want to make hit.
2-1 right on the outside corner at the knees for strike 2. 2-2 the count here to Crouch. To have the top of the order here waiting on deck. Comes a 2-2 from Lindsay. That one's a soft liner. That's going to get in the left for a base hit. 1 out single now brings up the top of the order and Macy Harder.
We've always said, AJ, you don't necessarily have to hit it hard. You just have to hit it where they're not.
As long as you reach base, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Now to bat, center
Here's
fielder,
the
Macy
center
Harder.
fielder Macy Harder, who grounded out too short in her first at bat to lead off the game. First pitch here from Lindsay. That one is fouled down the left field line off of the Summertown dugout for strike 1.
This kid right here, you do not want to leave anything up.
Should be playing Division I softball next year. Comes the 0-1. And that bunt is fouled right back into Taylor's hands for strike 2. So pretty good scenario there to get this dangerous hitter down 0-2 quickly.
Yep. Now you can. This is what Hannah's been taught is get up early. You can throw what you want after that, and that's what she's got. She's got 0-2 pitch, so throw it where you want it, kid.
Next pitch fouled off the net, and will stay an 0-2 count. Comes another 0-2 from Lindsay. That one is sent right in the glove of Jones. Throw the second in time, throw the first not in time. They do get the lead runner, and we got 2 gone here in the top of the 3rd.
It's a snag by Jones over there on 3rd. I couldn't see anything because Greenlee was in my way.
She had a lot of nice plays on Wednesday in that
Yes.
championship series. Almost very similar to that where she's going to her left. I mean,
Yes, I've been super proud of how Hannah's played here lately.
Weekly due up now, and that's going to be a single in the right. No runner advances. A good gun out there and right there by Gillum to hold Harder at second. So we got 2 on, 2 gone here. Now the 3-hole hitter in Kaylee Proctor, who singled in her first at bat and was eventually caught in a awkward rundown that ended the inning.
Now to bat, number 7, Haley Proctor.
So we got 2. Find one right here. Any bag.
First pitch here from Lindsay. That one's in there for strike 1. Now the runner will take off for 3rd. Now she'll take off for 2nd, and they're all safe. Kind of just caught him in between the throw in from catcher to the pitcher.
she was trying to tempt Greenlee to throw that, and
Next pitch on the outside corner for strike 2.
go get her right here, kid. Nobody hurt. They did. That was the other thing for Harper. Is it Harper? Harder. She's got a set of wheels, super quick, and
She was already 3/4 away to 3rd before Greenlee had a chance to get rid of the ball. 1-2 the count now. Next pitch from Lindsay. Tap back foul, and the count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
there's that drop ball of hers.
It's almost like, in baseball terms, it's like a split finger or a sinker. It looks like it's a fastball, and it gets there and drops.
When she's throwing it well, that sucker will fall off the table.
Comes a 1-2 here from Lindsay. This one is sent down the right field line. Anna Burleson makes the catch in foul territory. That one will end the inning. The Lady Cubs 3-2 in the top of the 3rd. Summertown leads at 4-1 as we go to the bottom of the inning next on the X Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to spruce up the interior or exterior of your home or business, trust Lawrenceburg Glass to provide a one-of-a-kind product. From windows to mirrors, shower doors, custom framing, storefront installations, and everything in between, Lawrenceburg Glass takes pride in our quality craftsmanship and strong attention to detail. With us, your customer experience always exceeds expectations. We're reliable, on time, and we deliver stunning results. Lawrenceburg Glass. Our passion is reflected in our work.
And back here at Summertown, this Class 2A Region 5 semifinals. We go to the bottom of the third. Summertown leading Cheatham County 4-1. Due up here for the Lady Eagles, 3-4-5. Hannah Lindsay, Anna Burleson, and Reagan Burleson. Caitlin Cisco on for her third inning of work through 4 runs off 4 hits, a walk, a strikeout. Right now at 51 pitches. Leading things off will be Hannah Lindsay, who had a 2-run homer in the left in her first at bat in the first inning. One of the many full counts that's been worked in this game here by the Lady Eagle hitting, and Lindsay got one that grooved right at the belt, and she made a count for a 2-run shot to dead left. So she'll face off with Cisco here for the second time. First pitch. And that one
borderline.
Yeah, called for strike one.
That's what we like to call that, so Will.
That was kind of a collective groan all across the ballpark there. Here's the 0-1. And that one misses low for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike here, the 3-hole hitter for the Lady Eagles.
Will, at some point you need to get a shot of our following up there in the cheap seats.
Here's the 1-1. Lined in the left field, a base hit. And Proctor gets a glove on it, gets it in time, so Lindsay has reached base for the second time with a leadoff single. Gonna bring up the first baseman, and Anna Burleson walked and scored a run in her first at bat in the bottom of the first inning.
She did step on first that time, Will. Or AJ.
Yeah. You hit a home run in a postseason game, that's why Sammy Sosa used to do what he did in his trot, because in his first, he got called for that in a game one time as Lindsay's going to take off for second. The throw was in time. The shortstop was not in a good spot there. That pitch was called a ball, so Hannah will come away with the stolen base.
I'm not sure what just happened right there.
There's been a couple times in this game where there's been some confusion. Here's a 1-up. And that one's in there for strike one. Going back, that's why Sammy Sosa used to do that. You saw he would go to the base and do all these benches steps and then hit it. It's because he did that one time playing for the Texas Rangers, got called out, so he vowed to never happen again. Here's a 1-1. Lined in the deep right field.
See you, ball.
That has a chance. And that one's off the wall. Burleson in the second takes a big turn. Lindsay will stay at third, so a double. And now we got run 2 in scoring position here. Hannah was not taking a big lead because the right fielder gave her
right there with it.
Yeah. Reagan Burleson here, due up now, 0 for 1 with the tapper back to the pitcher in the bottom of the first.
They're playing not as far up as I would think they should be. Yep, here it is.
And
good
Burleson
girl.
gets a bunt down. It's perfect. Lindsay will score. The throw to first is in time. A sac bunt. It's giving Summertown a 5-1 lead.
Good job, Ray. Very good job, babe.
That was about as good as you'd want it.
And you got Burleson over at third now. Still just 1 out here. 5-1 lead as they got their first run in the inning. Jones, who had an RBI single up the middle in her first at bat in the bottom of the first. The second time against Cisco.
Hey, don't force it right here, Hannah. Get something you can drive, babe.
First pitch. Hit in the deep left field.
Go, ball.
And that
Oh, that a kid.
A 2-run homer from Hannah Jones, and the Lady Eagles have broke it wide open with a 7-1 lead.
AJ, that ball didn't get above the power lines. I mean, that was a laser.
I didn't even have a chance to get my home run call. That ball was smoked.
That's 2 back-to-back really hard hit balls for Jones right there. So love seeing her see the ball, drive the ball, not trying to do anything crazy.
That ball maybe got 7 feet off the ground and just.
I mean, that was a rope.
It was a rope. Now going to bring up Greenlee Taylor, the catcher. Struck out swinging her first at bat in the bottom of the first. Facing Cisco here for the second time. Nobody on, 1 out. Lady Eagles with 3 runs here in the bottom of the third, leading at 7-1. First pitch from Cisco. That one's in there for strike one.
Let's go, Greenlee. Be aggressive, babe.
Cisco gets a sign from the dugout. Comes the 0-1. Rise ball misses a bit high for ball one. I think every time that Adam says something to a hitter, something good happens. Especially
Yeah, I'll just keep tapping him to say stuff to him.
here's a 1-1. This is just a bit in
Keep
for ball
talking to the
2.
batters. Yeah.
We got Adam saying something here to the left. You got Big Poppy giving out money
Giving out
to his
money,
grandkids
hey.
over here to the right. Yeah, now Adam wants some money. Comes the 2-1 from Cisco. Fouled away onto the row for strike 2.
You can always tell when the girls are playing well that Adam has migrated from. Did you leave your chair up there at the top?
You got 4? Sounds like he's playing a game of Survivor up here. Here's a 2-2. This one's hit high in the air. Weekly it's short. Drops it. That is going to be the second error of the game for the Lady Cubs.
I've got one here, I've got one in right field, one in center, and one down the line over here. So that way
So
when
we
I'm
got one on, one gone here. Now Taylor will get a courtesy runner coming in the game.
You're always prepared, aren't you, Adam?
Now to bat. Your right fielder, number 3, Kaylin Gillen.
Courtesy runner here for. Now brings up Kaylin Gillum, 0 for 1 with a fly out in the left in her first at bat. Then into the bottom of the first. First pitch here from Cisco, swung on a miss for strike 1.
That one, Ray.
There's Cammie Dollar over there. Next pitch misses for ball 1. So Cammie Dollar now the courtesy runner here for Summertown. Comes a 1-1. Rise ball misses high for ball 2. 2 on the count now. Wind kind of blowing straight in from right field now. As well as Summertown's hitting the ball, I don't think it really matters here.
I don't think there was much that was going to stop Hannah's.
Next pitch, that one is fouled, and the GoPro takes a hit, a big hit. For strike
Knocked
2.
out. That was a KO.
Yeah, Herb Dean and the UFC have stopped the fight for the GoPro there.
I'll have to get it here in a minute.
Here's the 2-2, and that one is in the dirt for ball 3. Cisco just lost the grip on that one. Full count now, another full count here for an Eagle hitter. 1 on, 1 out. Lady Eagles already 3 runs here in the bottom of the third. Next pitch from Cisco. Sent over to third. The throw to second. In time. The throw to first will not be in time. Good job over there by Crouch at third to get the lead runner. Now brings up Chelsea Atkinson, the left fielder. Had a line drive off of the pitcher, but was thrown out at first in her previous at bat in the bottom of the second.
Your left fielder, number 14, Chelsea Atkinson.
Waiting on deck is Erica Abbott. If Atkinson can find her way on here with 2 gone and 1 on.
AJ, did we get an update from Loretta yet?
Yeah, they're in a rain delay as Gillum will take off, and she's in there with the stolen base, and now she's going to take off the third. Harder with the gun, but was offline, so she'll make her way to second base.
That was the wrong person to run on.
She has got a cannon out there and just was offline a bit.
Yeah, she hesitated a little bit at second. Well, she didn't know where the ball was. You know, granted, you got to take the time to find the ball, and by the time she found it in the outfield, Harder had it in her hand ready to gun her. So, fortunate event there.
Is that first pitch a strike or a ball?
Ball. 1-0.
Yep, 1-0 the count here. Next pitch here to Atkinson. Rise ball misses high for ball 2.
Now, game situation right here. Do you let her swing? Or a kid that has got a set of wheels lay down a bunt down left field line?
I think the more you get in the count, the more you're going to get a better pitch to hit, or that. And that one's going to fall in.
That's trouble.
She's going to reach base on an infield single. That's going to score Gillum. And the Lady Eagles lead this one 8-1. And now we're back at the top of the order with Erica Abbott. Abbott 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored in the first, and then a pop out to the shortstop in the second.
Your for shortstop, number 23, Erica.
8-1 the lead here. Runner on first, 2 gone. Lady Eagles with 4 in the first and here 4 in the third. Cheatham County got their lone run in the top of the second, a Caitlin Cisco homer to dead center. First pitch here to Abbott, and this one is lined down the left field line, but foul for strike 1.
Make her pitch to you, Eureka.
I don't know if what's the best piece of information I've learned today, but I've learned a lot today, but I think the best one is that Will's name that his grandkids call him.
It's Big Poppy.
Here's the 0-1. Rise ball misses high for ball 1.
That is awesome.
I will never forget that.
That's what
I think I might change his name on my phone to Big Poppy.
I was about to say, we're going to have to change his name tag, his export's name tag.
It goes 1-1. Rise ball misses high. Atkinson takes off for second. She's in there. Another stolen base here by the Lady Eagles. Make that 4 in the game. Abbott now has a runner in scoring position.
I was about to say, look what a base hit here does.
Got a lot of room out there in right center. Got the right fielder trying to shade her eyes out there, kind of hugging the line and right. The 2-1. That one's on the outside corner for strike 2. Deuce is on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. And here comes a 2-2. And that one's tapped foul. Abbott will stay alive here with a 2-2 count. Got that left fielder playing way in again. Center playing normal. It's a 2-2. That one's in the dirt. And another full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
How many pitches do you have for that?
I've got Cisco right now at 79.
A bunch.
She has thrown 28 in this inning. Here's a full count. Abbott, grounder over to second, fields it, throws over to first in time, and that one will end the inning. Another 4 spot on the board for Summertown here in the bottom of the third. They lead 8-1. Let's go to the top of the fourth here on the Exports Network.
For the best at-home care in Lawrence County, the Summit at Home is the right company for you. We have a friendly staff over 25 that is trained, educated, and qualified to help with all your needs within your household. Our non-medical services include transportation, housework, dressing, and companionship. We are also covered by most long-term care providers. For more information, please call 931-762-2310.
And back here at Summertown, this Class 2A Region 5 semifinal. We go to the top of the fourth. Summertown leading Cheatham County 8-1. Due up here for the Lady Cubs will be 4-5-6 with Kelsey Titus, Caitlin Cisco, and Georgia Hunter. Hannah Lindsay on for her 4th inning of work, giving up a run off 4 hits, no walks, a strikeout, sitting right now 54 pitches. Right now, Loretto and Fairview, after their rain delay, has just gotten going here. As you can tell during while they're getting their, what am I trying to say? The introductions going, they're getting some fresh dirt out there.
They're putting some quick dry on the mound there.
Number 22,
So they got Fairview here tonight. Winner of that will play the winner of this on Wednesday.
Let's go.
So Titus will lead things off 0 for 1 with a ground out the short in her first at bat in the second inning. First pitch here from Lindsay. Misses low for ball 1. Sun is out here, a beautiful evening here in Summertown after what was a pretty dreary day all across Lawrence County. Here's a 1-0. In there for strike 1. Hannah's kind of started to really paint that outside corner at the knees.
Yeah, we'd like to see her working in a little bit on her hands.
Comes a 1-1.
Ooh, that was a good pitch.
Misses for ball 2.
Pretty.
Very similar to the previous pitch. Comes a 2-1 from Lindsay. Ground ball over to Abbott again. Throw over to first in time for the first out of the inning. One gone here in the top of the fourth. Brings up only one who find run on the board. Caitlin Cisco, who hit a home run to dead center field in her first at bat in the top of the second inning.
Number 5, Caitlin
Only
Cisco.
mark on the board here for Cheatham County in this game. Facing Lindsay here for the second time. First pitch. That one's in there for strike one.
What's the update on Lawrence County girls? Are they still in, or did they get
They're
beat?
done.
They
They're
got
done.
beat.
Yeah, they
Okay.
got beat. Made a great run to the semifinals.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-1. That one is fouled off
For sure.
for strike two. They had a tough loss in the first game to Marshall County. Lost on a walk-off grand slam.
no.
Then came back for a big win against Tullahoma. Beat Marshall County again and had Page on the ropes before Page won it late. That one. So those two advance to the region. Next pitch, that misses for ball one. What was a tough season for the Lady Cats ended up being a pretty good finish.
Good to them, but they rallied back there at the end.
Next pitch misses low for ball two, and probably, especially with just two seniors, you got a lot to look forward to at that bunch because Kayla Kerr coming back and a lot of girls in the bottom of the order who really came on strong there late. So a lot to look forward to there in Lawrenceburg. Comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike three, and that will be the second out of the inning. Second strikeout of the game for Lindsay. Brings up the designated player in Georgia Hunter. Had the other strikeout in her previous at bat in the top of the second. Adam takes a deep breath after that one.
Yeah, well, she finally threw it where he wanted her to throw it.
Next pitch, that one's grounded over to Abbott at short. Throws over to first in time, and that one will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Cubs here in the top of the fourth. Head to the bottom half of the inning. Summertown leading 8-1 here on the X Sports Network.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
And back here at this Class 2A Region 5 semifinal, Summertown leading Cheatham County 8-1. Live look in at Loretto and Fairview just getting overway there in the other region semifinal. Winner of that will face the winner of this. Due up here for the Lady Eagles will be 2-3-4 with Mackenzie Reynolds, Hannah Lindsay, and Anna Burleson. Caitlin Cisco on for her third inning of work is giving up 8 runs off 8 hits, a walk, a strikeout, sitting right now at 80 pitches. And also hasn't been helped by 3 Lady Cub errors. So Reynolds, who's 1 for 2 in the game with an RBI double in the left and a run score in the first, and then a tapper back to Cisco, the pitcher, in the second inning. So her third at bat here. Sun out here in full swing. Looks like the sun is out there in Fairview as well. First pitch here from Cisco, and that one is lined off the net for strike one. So no doubt everyone is paying very close attention to what's going on in Fairview. And if Lady Mustangs can win that one, that means baseball and softball ended Fairview's spring seasons. Next pitch misses away for ball one. And after this weekend in baseball, I'm sure everyone in Loretto would really appreciate that. Cisco takes a look in at the dugout, gets her sign. Actually, didn't look like she liked the sign. Here comes a 1-1. This is low for ball two. 2-1 here, the count to Reynolds. Reynolds, who was big in that district tournament, trying to stay hot here again in the postseason. Here's a 2-1. Rise ball fouled out of play.
Leave that one up there.
2-2 the count. Ball went into the throng of kids playing whatever game it is that they throw a ball off the wall.
Wall ball.
Wall ball. Wall ball.
It's real tricky of a name, but you never played wall ball as a kid? You were too busy playing hockey.
Oh, well, I was too busy watching hockey. Next pitch, tap back to the pitcher and thrown the first for the first out of the inning.
Listen, I know that's not a cultural sport down here, but I sure love if we could bring some hockey down here. I'd be all for it.
I'm a big fan. This time of year, I was always playing some sort of a game.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff. And where I grew up, there wasn't many walls to play wall ball at.
Yeah.
When we were playing baseball, and my sister didn't play spring sports. This one is hit high in the air down the right field line. And a good scoop catch out there by Mylan Porter. That will be the second out of the inning. Brings up the first baseman in Anna Burleson. 0 for 1, a walk and a run scored in the first, a double and a run scored in the third.
I think Hannah thought it came back and hit the net. She didn't take out of the box like she normally does. So
it was hit really high, too. She might have not have seen it right off the get-go. Now, in football season, I was always one of the kids playing, pick-up football behind the bleachers. First pitch is in there for strike one. Basketball, my sister was an all-state basketball player.
Okay.
So my dad made sure I was not roughhousing around, getting in trouble, because he didn't want to have to come out and put me in line because he's too busy watching my sister.
I heard that.
Here's the 0-1. This is low for ball one.
Well, we've always been big hockey fans. Hockey's became a popular sport in Tennessee after the Preds went on their Stanley Cup run to lose in the finals a few years back. But I was a Preds fan. I was a Preds fan when they almost lost the franchise. I don't know if you remember that, or if y'all were down here.
I follow the sport pretty closely, so I do remember.
So seats were very cheap then, very, very cheap.
Comes the 1-2 to Burleson. This is high for ball two. As a Columbus Blue Jacket fan, I know what it's like to be able to get cheap seats, but ever since the team started making the playoffs a lot and that big upset of Tampa a few years ago, you can get good seats during the weekday. The weekends, it's almost impossible.
Yeah.
2-2 misses lone away for ball three. We do have, in my opinion, the best tradition in hockey, and that's the cannon.
Okay. I have only been to one other stadium, and that was in San Antonio, or near San Antonio. I can't even remember what town it was. For a minor league game, I think. I don't even think it was NHL.
Full count offering, misses low, and Burleson draws her second walk of the game. That's also the second walk issued by Cisco.
Now to bat.
So Loretto gets no runs, left a runner on in the top of the first. Fairview will now bat in the bottom half. Reagan Burleson due up now, 0 for 1 with a ground out the first and a beautiful sacrifice bunt that scored a run in the third. On with 1 on, 2 out. First pitch here from Cisco, and that one is a soft liner right at Weekly to shortstop. That one will end the inning. Lady Eagles strand one in the bottom of the fourth. They lead it 8-1 as we go to the top of the fifth here on the Exports Network.
It's time for some straight talk about zero-turn mowers. Husqvarna's zero-turn performance mowers with rugged commercial drive give you high performance and a comfortable ride. Heavy-duty frame and chassis and commercial hydraulics take no punishment. With warranties now up to 5 years and low financing options, there's no competition. For a straight-up deal on the best in professional zero-turn mowers, go straight to your Husqvarna dealer.
McMaster's Home Gallery, where you'll always get a special price every day. Shop their new showroom full of name-brand furniture, sofas, recliners, dining and bedroom suites, Serta bedding, lots of tables and chairs just to match your decor. McMaster's Home Gallery also has GE appliances. Stop.
And back here at Summertown, this Class 2A Region Semifinal. Summertown leading Cheatham County here 8-1. Let's go to the top of the fifth inning. 7-8-9 due up here for the Lady Cubs. Mallory Drabala, followed by Myla Harder Sydney Crouch. Hannah Lindsay on for her 5th inning of work through 4. Has given up a run off 4 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Sitting right now at 64 pitches through 16 in the first, 18 in the second, 20 in the third, just 10 in the fourth. Jabala, who tapped one back to Lindsay. And her first at bat in the top of the 2nd inning. The first pitch from Lindsay. And one misses low for ball 1. Also like to mention, shout out to the Summertown tennis team. Had a bunch compete in the region individual tournament here this afternoon. You got the doubles in Gracie and Annalie Kelly. Next pitch, that misses for ball 2. They advance, and they're to the state tournament on the individual side. Then you have Libby Kenning, Emmy Perry, and Millie Emerson. They're the doubles runner-up, and then Gracie Kenny and Annalie Kelly were the doubles champions. So all of them will advance to the state tournament in Murfreesboro next week. Next pitch is in there for a strike. We mentioned earlier the Loretto soccer game against Milan on the boys' side is moved to tomorrow night. Next pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. Right now Loretto and Fairview. No score in the bottom of the first. 1 gone for the Yellow Jackets.
Let's go, kid.
Next pitch from Lindsay on the outside corner for strike 3. That will be the first out of the inning. 1 gone here in the top of the 5th. 3rd strikeout of the game for Hannah Lindsay. Brings up the 8-hole hitter, Mila Harder. Harder a grounder over to second, and her first at bat that led off the top of the 3rd inning.
I would just say that was a borderline pitch. Hey, it went our way, though. I'm glad.
First pitch on the outside corner at the knees for strike 1.
Trying to lay down a bunt right here.
The corner infield playing in now for the Lady Eagles. Jones playing really in at 3rd. Here's the 0-1. And that one's on top of the Summertown dugout for strike 2.
You know, AJ, this field, the later the games we are or have, second, first, and right field get pounded by the sun right here.
Ground ball right back to Lindsay. Scoops it, tosses over to Anna Burleson in time for the 2nd out of the inning. Another ground ball, another out here for Hannah Lindsay. Brings up the 9-hole hitter in Sydney Crouch, 1 for 1 with a looping line drive in the left, and her first at bat in the top of the 3rd.
Now to bat.
That's what got almost a rally going there for the Lady Cubs before it was ended with runners on 2nd and 3rd.
Yep.
First pitch here from Lindsay, and that one's at the belt for strike 1. Comes the 0-1. Just misses away for ball 1.
She thought about chasing.
Yeah.
Thought about going after it. You just got to throw strikes right here and let your defense do what they've been doing. Played really good defense.
Comes a 1-1. This one's a ground ball. Another single into left here by Crouch. So a 2-out single, 5th hit of the game for the Lady Cubs, brings us back to the top of the order, Macy Harder. Harder with a pair of ground outs to the left side. 1 to short in the first, and a hit into a fielder's choice on a nice play by Hannah Jones in the 3rd. On here with 2 gone, 1 on. First pitch here from Lindsay. This one's sent in the left.
Burned her.
And that one's going to get over Atkinson's head. Suna Gillen's it. And she's going to hold up at 3rd. So runners on 2nd and 3rd again.
She, the girl on 3rd rounded like she was going.
Yeah.
So we called for 4.
Now to bat, number 44, Gracie Bell.
So a 2-out double there by Harder, her first hit of the game. 2nd time on base, brings up Gracie Bell Weekly, 1 for 2. Ground out to the pitcher and a single in the 3rd. First pitch here from Lindsay. This is low for ball 1. That single from Weekly winning to right. So another 2nd and 3rd 2-out situation here for the Lady Cubs. Here's a 1-0. Ground up right back to Lindsay. Tosses over to Burleson in time, and that one will end the inning. Lady Cubs strand 2 on the top of the 5th. Summertown leads at 8-1. They'll bat next here on the X Sports Network.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination.
Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
And back here at Summertown, this Class 2A Region 5 semifinal. Live look in there was between Fairview and Loretto. Fairview got a bases loaded fielder's choice that led to their first run of the game. They lead that one 1-0. Here at Summertown, Lady Eagles leading Cheatham County here 8-1. Due up here for the Lady Eagles will be 6'7", and Hannah Jones, Greenlee Taylor, and Caitlin Gillum. Caitlin Cisco won for her 5th inning of work through 4, 8 runs off 8 hits, 2 walks, a strikeout. Right now in 93 pitches. Hannah Jones, who has had quite the evening with going 2 for 2 with an RBI single up the middle in the first, and then a frozen rope for a 2-run shot over the fence and left in the third.
Now to bat.
Facing Cisco here for the third time.
30, Hannah Jones.
Comes the first pitch here from Cisco. This one is sent in the right field, and
That's
that one's going to get down. That lands. Harder struggles with it, and Jones is just going to turn that into a long leadoff single. Brings up Greenlee Taylor's 0 for 2 in the game, a strikeout swinging in the second, then reached via an error in the third. On a pop-up that was struggled to be caught by the shortstop. So now we're going to get a pitch runner coming in the game here for the Lady Eagles.
Now to bat. Your catcher, number 15, Greenlee Taylor.
A pitch runner here for Summertown.
It's Abriana Davis.
Abriana Davis.
Big cut there by Greenlee. Fouled it off.
Fouled off for strike one. Comes the 0-1. Misses in for ball one.
That's a good pitch.
Loretto's got a runner on here with nobody out in the top of the second. 1-1 the count here to Taylor. Next pitch. Lined in the center field. That's a base hit. Harder field to get an in time. So back-to-back singles, and we got 2 on. Nobody gone here in the bottom of the 5th. Brings up the right fielder and Caitlin Gillum. Get another runner coming in the game. And that will be Cammie Dollar again.
Now to bat. Your right fielder, number 3, Caitlin Gillum.
First pitch here. And a bunt attempt. Swung on a miss for strike one.
Hey, don't poke at it. Let the ball come to the bat. Don't poke at it. Let's go, kid. Let the ball come to the bat.
Comes the 0-1 from Cisco. That one's a rise ball that misses for ball one. One and one the count here. The Gillum, the 8-hole hitter. Corner infield playing in for the Lady Cubs. Center field playing a bit shallow. Corner infield normal. Here's the 1-1. Gets the bunt down.
Beautiful.
Great bunt to throw to first.
Got her by a step.
Just a bit in time, but the runners will advance to second and third here with one out for the 9-hole hitter and Chelsea Atkinson.
Now to bat.
Atkinson 1 for 2 with the tapper back to the pitcher in the second, and an RBI single in the third. Chance here to drive in a couple runs. Got the dangerous Erica Abbott waiting on deck. First pitch misses away for ball one. Loretto's now moved a runner in over to third with one out in the top of the second. They trail 1-0. Next pitcher to Atkinson. A rise ball misses way high for ball 2. Next pitch hit high in the air.
That's trouble.
That is trouble. That's off
Fair
of her
ball.
glove, and he says it's fair. Davis scores. Dollar moves to third. So that's going to add another run, makes it 9-1. Really don't know how to score that one.
I would definitely call that an error because the first baseman didn't even move.
Number 23, Erica Abbott.
Now brings up Erica Abbott here. 2 on, 1 out. 9-1 Summertown lead. And Loretto's now tied it at 1 here, guys. 1 out in the top of the second. Abbott shows bunt. That one goes over her head. That's going to move Atkinson to second.
What's the camera look like, Will? R.I.P. All right.
Second wild pitch here thrown by Cisco in the game. And we got the run, roll, run standing on second base. Here's a 1-0. And Abbott's going to foul this one off the net for strike 1.
I don't know if they have another pitcher or if this is the girl they pitch all the time, but she is looking exhausted, tired.
Yeah, she's at 105 right now, pitch-wise.
No wonder she looks tired.
Comes a 1-1. And that's a rise ball. She stays off of. It's a 2-1 count. Loretto here starting to put together an inning. Got 2 on, it looks like, with 1 out in the top of the second. Cisco continuously shaking off what she's seeing in the dugout, and now Abbott here will call time. We do have runners on first and second for the Lady Mustangs. 1-1 game, top of the second. Here's a 2-1. That one misses high for ball 3. Hitters count here for Abbott. Cisco a long look in at the dugout. Here comes a 3-1. That one is fouled back into the glove for strike 2. Another full count here.
Hey, go to the ball. Don't pull off of it. Go to the
And it looks like Loretto just took the lead. Nope, they're going to hold everyone up and get the bases loaded for Briley Dover. Here's a full count offering. Sent in the air to center. Harder backing up on it. Makes the catch. What a gun. That one's going to come almost to our broadcast position. Everyone will advance a bag. A sacrifice fly, giving the Lady Eagles a 10-1 lead, and the run rule run now standing at third.
Now to bat. Your center fielder,
Base hit wins it right here.
So Reynolds due up now, who's 1 for 3. RBI double and a run score in the first, and a pair of groundouts to the pitcher in the second and fourth. First pitch misses away for ball 1. Something about Loretto and the bases loaded, as we found out yesterday, with a pair of grand slams from Caden Porter. That kid, he has 5 grand slams this season. Which,
holy cow.
Here's the 1-0. Next pitch on the outside corner for strike 1, which sets the state record for grand slams in the season and ties him for the career record in Tennessee high school baseball history.
I saw somebody post about that today.
Unreal. Next pitch. Sent through the right side of base hit. Atkinson will score, and that one will do it. Summertown is going to come away with an 11-1 run rule win. They will advance to the championship game of the region, and they will get a sub-state game as well out of that one. So taking a look at the final stat line here. Summertown 11 runs off 11 hits. Cheatham County 1 run off 6 hits and 4 errors. And Cody, what are your final thoughts here on tonight's game?
Well, I loved, AJ, how quick we came out and scored 4 in the top of the first. We have got to keep doing that. throughout the rest of the season, every game we play. We've got to come out with some pace, with some tempo, and get ahead early because this team is good down the line. It's that first inning or two that we've been struggling with. So awesome to see that. Hope we keep that rolling on until Wednesday.
And right now, Loretto's really starting to break this one open. They now lead this one after that RBI double, I believe, 4-1 over Fairview. The top of the second, still plenty to play there, so we'll see who Summertown will face here on Wednesday night. So for Cody Harrington and for Big Poppy, Will Pettis, this is AJ Good here on the X Sports Network. Have a great evening.
Going the distance with local sports. Covering the Loretto Mustangs, Summertown Eagles, and Lawrence County Wildcats. Basketball, football, baseball, and more.